It's a big fight night for boxing and MMA fans and local fans of cruiserweight Ryan Rozicki as he takes on Argentina's Yamil Peralta. Canelo Alvarez also fights up in weight at light heavy, and UFC 274 has an exciting card. Hi, I'm Joe Ward of Boxer Shorts Media, and this is Quick Questions Part 4, an informal poll of regular folks and fight fans like you and I. So let's do some predictions. Tonight, Ryan Rozicki faces unbeaten, 13-0 Yamil Peralta at center 200, fighting at cruiserweight and with a WBC world title eliminator on the line, and one step closer to international superstardom in the boxing world if he wins. I'm going to give you my pick, but let's get your choices locked into the comments below. You can hit pause on the video to make sure that I don't bias you with my analysis. I won't be picking Ryan, just because he's a local fighter, if I pick him at all. So, question number 1, who will win the fight? And question number 2, will it go the distance or will it be a stoppage? And if you're choosing stoppage, name the round. And if you have any other fight insights, please feel free to share them in the comments below. Now for my prediction. Please pause the video here if you'd rather post your fight prediction before hearing mine. Okay, here we go. I'm not choosing Ryan Rozicki to win this fight, just because he's a local fighter. I'm choosing Rozicki to win by knockout in round 5 because I think he has all the advantages to dominate Peralta regardless of his Olympic experience. Now, largely because of poor matchups in the amateurs, Rozicki's record was bad and looked like he was supposed to be the journeyman for others to beat up on. But the amateur system is very different from the pro system, and we see countless examples of matchup in the amateurs that have very different results at the professional level. I do, however, think that it's likely that Rozicki will lose in one of his next 3 fights as long as he keeps facing stronger opposition. At cruiserweight, I'm not sure he's faced anyone that is a better boxer and also as strong as him at the same time. But that type of fighter is only a matter of time, and then we'll find out if Rozicki is the top of his game in his own weight class or not. For this fight, Peralta doesn't hit hard enough. He keeps his guard too low, and he throws a left hook counter punch that will work with other fighters, but will get him in big trouble with Rozicki. Peralta's best round should be the first, and he'll win it. Rozicki will keep his guard high, but Peralta will still reach him with the jab. As Rozicki increases his punch volume, he'll get hit with more of these. Although Rozicki's kept a nice tight guard in recent fights, his best defense has traditionally been a powerful offense. You can hit him as much as you want, as long as you're okay with getting hit back. As we've seen with his 100% KO ratio, most are simply not equipped to handle the power he has in either hand. Rozicki says that Peralta has to be perfect, and I think he's right. But he'll make his mistake in round 5 when he's felt some of Rozicki's strength, and now he's starting to wonder how he'll make it through 12 rounds. Rozicki didn't lose anything psychologically from the Rivas fight because he wasn't really big enough to be fighting at bridgerweight in the first place, not to mention taking his first attempt at a skilled and credentialed fighter who fought smartly to avoid the KO that was definitely possible. Rozicki probably doesn't believe that he can be knocked out by smaller fighters at all, and he probably doesn't believe that there are many fighters out there, even at the top tier, that can avoid being knocked out by him over 12 rounds. His endurance is there, and his strength doesn't drop off as sharply as it could with a high work rate. Rivas revealed how strong he really is, and it was probably a poor choice for Peralta's team to book this fight in the first place. Rivas couldn't knock out Rozicki because his punch output wasn't high enough. I thought, beyond Rivas, the hint on how to beat Rozicki actually came in an earlier fight against Vladimir Reznicek. Reznicek threw multi-punch combinations that put Rozicki off balance and stung him a bit. Rivas' 1-2 combinations weren't enough. He'd sting Rozicki and then get worried about a counterpunch. What's dangerous for Rozicki is a fast cruiserweight that's much stronger than the cruiserweight he's faced, who are willing to throw and land 3 to 4 punch combinations and keep Rozicki off balance without getting rocked by that counterpunch. Now, that's easy to say as an armchair observer, but after a world title eliminator, it's not as if we can expect that the opponents are going to get weaker or less skilled. Remember, Alexander Usyk was at the top of the cruiserweight food chain, and even Canelo Alvarez is thinking about jumping that far up in weight to test himself. But for this fight, it's a clear KO win for Rozicki. Peralta isn't strong enough to last. His arm punches will do nothing to deter Rozicki, and Rozicki's improved guard will stop him from getting hit too many times by the slaps that Peralta throws. As for Canelo, I think he's at risk of losing a decision, but I don't know enough about Bivol. Over at the UFC for the 274 card, my picks are Oliveira by submission, Namajunas by submission, and Chandler by KO, as I think Tony Ferguson has declined too much to get by him, other than if he wins by a sneaky submission attempt. That's all for now. Let me know your predictions in the comments below. And remember to subscribe to Boxer Shorts Media on your choice of YouTube or Facebook.